Talking about a rematch in the making. Monte Barrett, Cliff COUSER, two 36-year-old heavyweights. It was just this past July in Bridgeport, Connecticut, that Cliff COUSER shocked Monte Barrett with a second round stoppage. Knocked him down. He ran into punches, and here we see Cliff COUSER. Intense, calls himself the Tyson twin.
I was going to say,
be the judge.
If you're wondering what happened to Mike Tyson, that's not him, but he sure looks like him.
Everybody wants to know, can he fight with like him? You know? 26, 13,
Maybe now.
2, 14 knockouts. Here we see Monte Barrett from Queens, New York, formerly from North Carolina, but living here in the New York area. He's 6'3", 31-6, 17 KOs. He's fought lots of guys and failed against the best. Knocked out 5 times against Vlad Klitschko, and that was 7 years ago. Maybe his best wins over Dominic Wynn, maybe Owen Beck. He's lost to Joe Macy. Just had a title shot against Nikolai Valuev and got TKO'd in 11 against the Russian giant.
All right, we'll take a look at the head-to-head here with Monte Barrett and Cliff COUSER. You see they're both 36-year-old guys, so they're not young guys. Monte Barrett with a significant height advantage. Cliff COUSER a significant weight advantage, 22 pounds, and Monte Barrett with a 6-inch reach edge.
Well, Cliff COUSER beat Monte Barrett, as we said, in July, but in his last fight against Tony the Tiger Thompson, was TKO'd in 2, so he's got to get back on the win track. Right. Monte Barrett likes his weight. He was down, you saw 215. He said he hadn't been that light in a while, so absolutely no excuses for Barrett tonight.
Well, the only excuse would be that he was just knocked out by this guy, 4 months ago. So it's kind of, this is a confidence builder for him. It's also a pretty dangerous fight.
Okay, let's meet them both and go up to ring announcer Joe Antonacci.
Boxing fans, Fight Night Live on Versus presents 6 rounds of action in the heavyweight division. Our judges overseeing this bout, Waleska Roldan, George Smith, and Don Trella. And our referee will be David Fields. Introducing first in the blue corner, he comes to us tonight from Las Vegas, Nevada. He weighed in at 235 pounds and wears solid black trunks. Professional record, 26 victories, 13 defeats, 2 draws with 14 knockouts. Please welcome Cliff, the Yankee COUSER. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner comes to us tonight from Jamaica, Queens, New York. He weighed in at 213 pounds. Black trunks, white trim. Professional record, 31 victories, only 6 defeats, 17 big knockouts. Please welcome Monte "Two Guns" Barrett. Referee David Fields has our instructions.
Okay, gentlemen, we're scheduled to box 6 rounds. We both know the rules. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Most of all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
6 rounds, heavyweights.
Heard it, 6 rounds, and that's a big step down for Monte Barrett. But Wally, as he told us yesterday, he's got to get his confidence back. He got caught, and he had a lot of excuses, didn't train against COUSER. But the bottom line, he's 36 years old, coming off a loss against a guy who's been stopped 13 times.
Yeah, and it is a big step down. It just shows you how humbling boxing can be. Here's a guy who beat Phil Jackson, when Phil Jackson was still a fairly prominent heavyweight. He beat Greg Page. He beat Dominic Wynn only a couple years ago. Now to be fighting a 6-rounder, that's got to be tremendously humbling for Monte Barrett.
Yeah, and COUSER, all aggression now. He's the guy walking forward. They're both in black. COUSER's on the left. Outweighs Barrett by 21 pounds. He is a compact 5'11", 236-pound tank. But now we see Barrett letting his hands go. Barrett with a lot of heart.
Great shape, I'll tell you that much. But man, Cliff COUSER can make a living as a Tyson imitator at some point. Along with the Elvis imitators in Vegas.
Clubber Lane too, if all else failed. COUSER living in Las Vegas now. Said he really wants to fight about another year.
Well, let's see if we agree with him on that. He's a really nice kid. And he actually used to try to convince me, whoa, good right hand, that he was related or a half-brother of Tyson.
right.
It's not, you know, it's not that hard to sell.
There's COUSER, his back towards us. The bigger man, Monte Barrett, trying to keep him off him. Let's see if he can do some boxing. Barrett has lost 3 straight. That's the other bottom line. Again, he sees the opportunity to fight for a title against the Russian giant Nikolai Valuev, who's subsequently has lost that title.
Well, you know what? This really has the feel for me, Nick, of a kind of thing where Monte Barrett just wants to set the record straight. He got knocked out by this guy 4 months ago. Maybe he just wants to, you know, even the score here, because at 36 years old, you have to wonder how much is out there for him.
Well, I think he's got to take what he can get. He's really just trying to get some confidence back. And everybody, Wally, who's a heavyweight, regardless of how they could be 48 years old, they feel they got a shot.
Absolutely.
In the wide open division.
And,
you win a couple of big
and
fights.
helped in that perception by the fact that George Foreman fought until he was almost 50. Larry Holmes fought until he was almost 50. Evander Holyfield's still fighting. Probably will fight at 60.
Well,
you know, and
that's another question. It speaks of how good or how bad the heavyweight division is.
You're exactly right.
We've been hearing it's a division in transition for about 10 years now.
It's a division that needs transition, which means change.
But the openings are wider than ever for any big man.
Right, let go.
You know, you could see, like, you know, relics, leftovers of some of the talent that Monte Barrett had in his prime, and he's still got a pretty good jab, good right uppercut there.
Barrett waiting to catch and counter. End of the first of a scheduled 6-round heavyweight battle here in the Bronx. Beautiful building. Boy, 1929 this place was built, the Paradise Theater in the Bronx, New York. Cliff COUSER on the right, Monte Barrett on the left, both in black. No socks. Wouldn't you know it? They can't make it easy on
Gee, who is he trying to look like? Hey, not a bad role model for a heavyweight, you know, 15 years ago.
Mr. Mike. Here comes COUSER charging forward with his shoulder, but not throwing any jab. And referee David Fields warning Barrett for holding.
But jab's never been a real big part of his attack. He likes to attack with a left hook. The thing is, he's really not throwing it here. And he has been getting close enough to throw it.
Yeah. Barrett trying to bait him, perhaps create a little bit of distance and not mind being chased down by COUSER. Now Barrett tries to hook off the jab, hook again, and restart. So he's shuffling out of danger, and COUSER not making him pay it close.
No, he really doesn't have the reflexes, it doesn't look like, to make him pay. You know, you see those punches, they kind of just winging shots. He's hoping to land something. He's really not positioning himself to land a good shot.
You know, he's a tough guy full of guts.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got to let his hands go.
Well, the thing is, you know, I don't think he can, quite honestly. You know, I don't think that he's able to set himself and throw when he wants to. So he's just letting them go, hoping to get lucky. Obviously, Monte Barrett much more in control of what he's doing.
Well, he fought in late September and got knocked out in 2 to Tony Thompson, the tall left-hander.
He looks tired right now.
He does. And here comes Barrett pouring it on, and COUSER elects not to do anything but cover up. He won't clinch. So he takes Barrett's best shot.
He's got to fire off the ropes here.
Yeah, Barrett with free shot after free shot. And
Barrett's not even pretending to play defense.
Yeah, COUSER looking like he may go down. He's just tightening up on a ball, but nothing coming back, and he elects again not to hold on. Full minute to go. Barrett going for the big overhand rights as he buries shots, and COUSER is down between the ropes.
5, 6, 7, 8.
At his bell rung as he fights to get to his feet, and David Fields says that's enough. You wonder if COUSER even trained for this fight.
All right? Big one, man.
So Monte Barrett avenges that loss to Cliff COUSER just this past July. He was stopped in 2. He returns the favor with a second-round TKO over Cliff COUSER. Monte Barrett moves to 32-6 now with 18 stoppages.
You know, you got to feel good for Monte. Clearly, he wanted to even the score here, and he did.
And you wonder what happened here. COUSER just stopped doing anything offensively.
I'll tell you what happened. I think you put your finger right on it. I don't know how much Cliff COUSER trained. He threw 11 punches in round 1. And here's the end of the fight. We're in round 2 here. And you see he was just gassed. He hadn't even really been hit all that much at this point. He was just exhausted. And you notice there, the punches kind of were partially blocked, some glancing shots, and, enough. That was it. Cliff COUSER had enough.
And Wally, definitely an accumulation of punches. Monte BARRETT, well, I wouldn't want to be hit by Monte BARRETT.
I don't want to get hit by anybody.
Yeah, but he's not.
I don't want to get hit by Monty Hall.
He's not a hellacious puncher by
But he
any means.
out-connected Cliff COUSER in round 2, 26-1. So that'll give you an indication of how competitive that was.
Good stoppage by David Fields. Huge win for Monte BARRETT.
Boxing fans on Fight Night Live, the time 2 minutes and 16 seconds of round number 2. Our referee stops the contest. Your winner by technical knockout from Jamaica, Queens, New York, Monte "Two Guns" Barrett.
Monte BARRETT on the comeback trail with a heavyweight win tonight in the Bronx, New York. Live on Fight Night here on Versus. Back with more action after this.
And I think that I needed that win for my confidence, for my ring swagger. I had to prove to my fans and to myself that I was ready to step in the square against these top 10 opponents.
Now, how difficult was it for you to take the step back into a 6-rounder? You obviously haven't fought a 6-round fight in about 10 years.
Well, with Greg Leon, who's my advisor, and with Lou DiBella, I was confident that, they're going to put me in a situation where I'm only going to enhance and get better. So, I wasn't worried about the rounds because I didn't feel it was going to go to 6 rounds anyway.
Let's take a look. I want you to take a look at the end of the fight because I'm sure you'll enjoy it. You saw it right up close and personal before, but here, talk over it.
Well, basically I was just being aggressive. I changed my name to the Southside Slugger, so I'm no longer Two Guns, but I just figured, let me just give my best. I'm in good shape, I trimmed down, lost 14 pounds, and I worked real hard, so I wasn't going to stop punching until the referee jumped in on to and fell.
No, you do look like you're in much better shape for this fight, but what happened the first time you fought this guy?
The first time I fought COUSER, I was going through some personal problems. I had a broken hand, and I had promotional disputes with Don King. But that's water.
I never heard that one before.
Yeah, right. But that's water under the bridge. This is a rebirth. This is redemption, and today is a new day for me to start off my career.
All right, the reality of it is, though, you are 36 years old. You've been around a long time. I mean, your best win was probably, I don't know, Phil Jackson, Dominic Wynn. They're in the past. What do you think's ahead for you?
Well, I think my future is very bright. I'm looking at you got a lot of top 10 guys and prospect guys that I know that I could beat, and I just need to get the ring rust off me at this point and just stay focused on my goal. 2008 will be a big year for me. I mean, the heavyweight division is wide open. Klitschko is the main guy. Peter is shaky. My Scaff is shaky. I don't know what's going to happen. Klitschko is going to definitely beat Brighamov. So basically, it's a wide open division for the heavyweights. So it leaves me a lot of opportunity.
All right, Monte, listen, congratulations. Good showing tonight. Monte BARRETT still fighting for that heavyweight title, he hopes. Back to Nick at ringside.